We met through my roommate Mitchell Goad. They were friends in high school, and so Mitchell had gotten a group of his friends together, and we all went and played basketball, and that's where I met Katie.
What did you think of Josh the first time you saw him, Katie?
Well, I always told myself I would never date someone younger than me. And considering I was a junior and he was a freshman, I was like, well, I don't know. But then once we started hanging out and I got to know him a lot more, I found out he was a great guy.
Or what was my second question? How did you propose to Katie?
I proposed over the summer. I'd started hand making these boards and carved out in them, "Will you marry me?" And then I had her roommate Rachel go out a bit ahead of me on a hike to Linville Falls, and she set up the boards along like a little pathway to an overlook. And so as me and Katie went on the little hike, she went down the little stairs and she saw the boards laying out, and that's how I did it.
My reaction when he asked me to marry him was, duh, of course I will.
I want to ask, well, anyways, what are your future plans? And when are you getting married? What's it going to be like?
We're getting married on June 25th this summer at Boones Creek Christian Church. And
Yeah, the reception will be here, and our plans after that, we will come back to Milligan because we both will still have 2 years, and so we'll be living in the married student apartments. And then we hope to be around here for a couple more years after graduation.
And now, just this is like the exciting point, like hold up your ring or something like that and be like, we're getting married or something like that.
I need one.
Silly.
You don't need
Not
one.
you.
He already tried his on. What are we going to say?
I don't know.
We'll just say 1, 2, 3, we're getting married, okay?
We'll just let's do it.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
We're getting married!
Okay, I'm going to zoom in on your ring, okay?
Oh, okay.
Let's see. No, you're good. I'm just going to get a close-up of it, and so then I'll just have a close-up of everybody's. Wiggle your fingers a little bit. Yay. So, okay, and repeat the question or reword the question before you start talking, okay?
Okay. Can you check? Check. Check. This loud? This loud? I'm Chase Boyer. This is my fiance, Amanda.
And tell me when you first met when. Okay?
Okay. Alright, going. My name is Chase Boyer, and this is my fiance, Amanda. And when we first met, I believe we first met when we were in our peer mentor group on the very first day of Milligan College. And now I was a math major, and she still is a biology major, but as you all probably know, now I'm a Bible major, and that's how we met. And our peer mentor group, they're good for something, right?
Okay, tell me about, why don't you give it to her and say, when did you know that Chase was the one?
No. No.
Aw.
No. Gag.
Whoops.
No, you're good.
Okay. When did I know that Chase was the one? Well, I'll give this to him. He was definitely persistent.
That's true.
I think he asked me to date him 5 times before I gave in. But once we started dating, it was just kind of, that was it. You know, we had talked even a few months in about, this is probably going to happen, trying to figure out when and how it was all going to work out. But yeah.
But yeah.
Alright, pass it back to me. Tell me, how did you propose to?
Oh gosh. How? Okay. How? What's my time limit here?
Elaborate.
Yeah.
Make it 45 minute, no longer.
Okay. Well, oh gosh. Okay. Let me think of the highlights then. Because there's this whole backstory to the day of. I had it one way, and then that night I'm like, no, I'm changing it to this. So it was just so wow. Okay.
What was your favorite moment of the proposal?
My favorite moment of the proposal? I think that when I proposed to Amanda, it was in Seeker Chapel, and it was at the same time that we had first started dating. It was 12:09 a.m. I'm a numbers person. I remember dumb things like that, and it was really elaborate. We had the stage set up like for Vespers Chapel that next morning, and I had rose petals everywhere. And she came up after she got a bouquet of flowers from one of 4 of her closest friends. And finally she came up on stage and got a red rose from me, and I think the highlight of it was realizing how difficult it really was to drop on that one stinking knee. And I was even the idiot that decided that I was going to like practice before she got there and everything, and I thought, this is gonna be no big deal. But you know, in the moment, and I don't even remember what I said, but in the moment as I dropped down, it was like forever to get down, it seemed like. And actually she never quite responded. I think that was also another favorite, was that she just dropped everything and just gave me a really big hug and kiss. And also my third favorite part of the proposal was after the proposal, I had the curtains drop back, and there was about 50 or 60 of our closest friends all standing behind stage, and she died. Basically, she started crying, and it was really great. It was really fun. It's a fun night.
Alright, you want to give me your reaction?
Okay, my reaction. Well, as he had said, I had a bunch of flowers from some of my wonderful friends, and I'm just kind of looking at him, and the flowers just kind of fall, and I kind of like, I don't know that I even like bent down. I just kind of like collapsed on top of him and gave him a really big hug and a kiss. And it didn't occur to me to use words to answer. I don't think I said anything until he's still holding the ring, and I haven't even looked at it yet. And he asked, well, do you want to try it on? See if it fits? And at that point, I think I said yes.
And Josh to be like, we're married, and you like shake their hand, you know, wave a ring and everything like that. So say something like, we're getting married when, or I wanted to ask you that. And since we've got Boones Creek Christian Church, tell me a little bit about where you're getting married, when you're getting married, a little bit about the date. Yeah.
All right. Well, we are getting married October 15th of this next year here at Boones Creek Christian Church. The date kind of worked out funny because we just picked it as it would be a really pretty weekend in October, and then we realized that my parents' anniversary is June 15th. His parents' anniversary is September 15th, and so now ours will be October 15th.
And my brother's is October 16th.
Oh yeah, forgot. So it's just kind of fun the way it all worked out. Here, you can have
I
this.
don't have one.
And just like say we're getting married.
I don't have one though.
Well, you can say it. I can.
Oh.
I'm so excited to say something. I don't know, something like that.
I'm so excited. We're getting married.
Chase, that sounded so funny. That's cute though, Amanda. Do it one more time. I think I might have. Wait, come here, Chase.
Come here.
Put your hand in there. Okay. It's glaring a little bit. Turn it this way. Okay, wiggle your fingers a little bit. Now Chase, come into the picture. And go.
I'm Adam Tomlinson, and this is my fiance Lauren Eversole. And we met ages ago when we were like 2. But the first memory I have of her is here at Milligan when we were both 5 at family camp.
All right. And tell me about, what was my first question? When did you know that he was the first one?
When he was the first one?
When he was the one, excuse me.
Restate the question.
Yes, restate the question. So I knew he was the first. He was the one when.
I knew he was the one when we were in Wisconsin on the beach looking at the stars, and he told me that he loved me. So.
All right. Tell me about your wedding plans.
All the wedding planning is done. I had to buy tablecloths and plates and napkins. That's it. The colors are blue and yellow, and we're having multicolored Gerber daisies as the flowers. And we're getting married outside at Allerton Park in Illinois. And is there anything
On
else?
August 6th.
On August 6th.
All right, pass it back to him and tell me how you proposed. And it needs to be.
I have to tell the proposal story.
Yeah, but
I hate telling this story.
just try and keep it. I want you to express, your excitement here, the details, but try and make it maybe less than 30 seconds. Is that possible?
I can definitely do it in under a minute.
Okay.
But I will keep it as abbreviated as possible.
Okay.
I'm not mad. I proposed at Allerton Park, actually. My idea was I wanted both the proposal and the actual wedding ceremony to happen in the same spot. And so I was actually standing in the place that will be our pulpit during the marriage. Our parents were both there. Everybody but Lauren knew what was going on. And so my mom actually ushered everybody through, and I took Lauren up to the pulpit and got down on a knee and said, "Lauren, I love you. Will you marry me?" And she said yes after being speechless. And then we walked out of that garden, and our parents were standing there with cameras and smiling faces, giving us all hugs. So it was good.
All right, what was your reaction, Lauren?
Well, I didn't know what to say at first, and so then I just said yes, and I hugged him, and that was about all that I said.
You weren't expecting it.
No, I wasn't expecting it at all, so I was really surprised. I was expecting it to happen the next week, and so I was excited.
All right, now, what I've had the other couples do is just, wave your ring and then do something cute, we're getting married or something like that. Just, I don't know, it's just, just a short little clip of everybody, so.
What do you want to do?
Or say, how many more months, how many more days?
121.
Yeah.
No.
No, 118.
Yes.
118 days.
So flash your ring. So we have 118 days left.